So, hey guys, welcome to another TV discussion video. I've got a special guest with me, so if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Okay. Hey, my name is Marin Solo, and that's it.
That's totally, that's totally fine. Yes, this is my friend Omrin Sola. I know her from church. Lovely person. So yeah, I just thought I'd just ask her to join my Harley Quinn discussion. So yeah, so we're going to be talking about the first episode of Harley Quinn, which is entitled "Till Death Do Us Part." And just a spoiler warning, um, yeah, there's going to be spoilers in this video. So if you haven't watched Harley Quinn, the first episode is on E4 for you UK viewers. So just watch that and then come back and watch this video. It's not going anywhere. If you're not a UK viewer, there's DC Universe, and if you don't have DC Universe, there are other ways of watching it. Um, so yeah, um, and
Well,
also,
you of course
um,
don't know the other ways, do you? You
what was
don't
that?
know the other ways, do you?
I
You
don't know
don't
the
know
other
the
ways.
other ways. Yeah.
I do know the other
Because,
ways. I just choose not to use them.
oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. Got you. Got you.
Yeah, guys, I'm pretty much a goody two shoes. So yeah, I try as much as I can to yeah, do it the official way. Yeah, unless I literally have no choice. But majority of the time, I try to do it the official way. So yeah, um, so if you are watching this and you've kind of watched ahead, please don't put any spoilers in the comments. Please be respectful of myself, Amrin Sola, and anyone else watching this that may be following the UK schedule on E4. Yeah. So the summary for this episode is Harley breaks from the Joker and tries to earn a seat at the biggest table in Gotham villainy, the Legion of Doom. So Sola, do you want to go ahead and say, because I like saying the bad bits first and then go into the good bits. So do you want to say what you didn't like about this episode, if there is anything you didn't like about
Maybe I'm just easily pleased. I just liked it. It was just hilarious, you know.
it? Yeah, it was pretty.
Um. Oh, I didn't think about any bad bits, you know. Maybe you start, and then if maybe what you say might jog my memory or something.
Okay. Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, in terms of like things I didn't like, it was just that it just had a lot of gore. This was a lot
Oh,
of
okay.
gore, yeah. And I'm not a fan of gore. Um,
Mm.
if it wasn't animated, I'd be, oh, I was kind of squeamish anyway, and it was animated. So, but yeah, if it's live action, then that's just me done. So
Yeah.
yeah, just like lots of gore and then just lots of swearing as well. So just like, but I knew it was like adult, but just from the first scene, I was like, wow, like 1 minute in, they're already throwing in like, did they? Yeah, they were throwing in F bombs like 1 minute in. So it's like, okay, so yeah, so it's gonna take a lot of getting used to. But yeah, those are kind of the only real negatives I can think of. Yeah, do you think
Mm.
of anything or?
Well, well, okay. I would agree with you. But I guess it depends on whether you're used to that seeing that gore or not.
Mhm.
Because I've watched DC's rival. We won't name them, but I've watched some of stuff like
You can
what's it
name,
called now?
you can name them because I love both. So yeah, it's not like we're
Okay.
promoting, just mentioning them. But,
My mind's gone blank on the name, but the TV show with Frank Castle. Oh, The Punisher. There we go.
yeah.
Um, like when I first watched that, I was just like, okay, cool. And now, so I feel like maybe I'm a bit desensitized, but it was still a shock. The opening scene, you just think it's like a casual meeting between bad guys, but it's just way worse, right? It's yeah,
Just the
we can't
fact that
spoil anything.
yeah, no, we kind of no, we can talk about spoilers because I've already given a warning that there are
Okay.
going to be spoilers. So yeah, if you want to continue.
Just the fact that the captain, that just this is the thing, right? It made me laugh, but I was also like, oh my gosh, come on, like why did you go there? But basically the captain was speaking to these businessmen, captain of a ship, right?
Is this
And
man?
then he pulls off the mask, and it was basically the Joker underneath wearing the captain as a mask, and that's just disgusting.
It's a very Joker thing to do, but he normally does that with his own face. So to see him do that with someone else's face, that floored me.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't stop laughing, but also just like how the businessmen were vomiting, I wanted to vomit so much. So I agree, the gore was, and this is the thing, the gore was so bad, but then also at the same time it was comedic
Yeah, yeah.
because whenever they were fighting, they would be just having these conversations, like whenever the
In
Joker
the
and Harley
middle
Quinn
of
were
it,
fighting. And it's like, are you for real? Like, is there not? Oh my gosh. Yeah.
yeah. And it's just like even when the captain was talking to the businessman, and he was saying how like, oh, we got all this money by effing the poor. It's like, wow, commentary. Uh,
And they said something at the beginning about they were just so blasé. They were like to all the victims of Gotham City or something like that. I can't remember what they said now. They just were so casual about
I know where you,
how
yeah,
they
when Riddler was saying about to murder all the citizens of Gotham City in 5, 4, 3, something like that.
that's what was like, sorry. I'm skipping ahead. I'm just
That's
remembering
fine.
these. I actually wrote it down, yeah. It was a cameraman. He was like, and we're murdering
Yeah, the
everyone in Gotham
cameraman,
City.
yeah.
In 3, 2.
So
Oh
casual.
my god. But
So
yeah,
go on,
it's
go on.
just the goal for me that was it was too much, but because they just I think if there wasn't that comedic element, it would just be like full on negative.
Yeah,
But because there was that comedic element, it got me. I could get through it, you know.
yeah. Exactly. That's the best way I could describe it because like it will still make me wince every time, but because like there was like a punchline before it, pun not intended. So that would kind of ease it just a tiny bit. Yeah, and it's so fast as well. Sometimes when they just kill someone, it's just so fast. So yeah,
It just shows how indispensable that their lives were.
mm, exactly. Like Joker's killing his own henchman. I'm like, that's counterproductive, mate. So I think you've kind of gone into it already, but moving on to actually, yeah, moving on to what we did like about this episode. So should I go first, or do you want to go first?
I don't mind going first. I like the punchlines. Just
Mhm.
again, no pun intended, but like the one-liners. You know, I think it just brought the show together. I liked also Harley Quinn's transformation.
Yeah,
Um, like just before we came on, I started to analyze it. Like I just started to think, before she looked kind of like round up in her appearance. She had the hair mask thingamajiggy
yeah,
that
the Harley Quinn
you know,
costume.
yeah, the costume, right? And she was of course like just in love with the Joker, so she just did his every bidding essentially.
Yeah,
Just stupid things like even essentially willingly giving herself up to Batman so he could escape.
yeah,
And then she says something like, "Ah, isn't he so? Isn't it like so romantic how he's like going like escaping or
yeah,
something?" Something, something ridiculous. But when she was essentially liberated, you know, her costume, like the mask hair
yeah,
thing, um, she chucked it at him. Essentially, like I'm free now, kind of thing. Her hair was loose, and she was like her own person, you know. So
yeah.
I did like that too. So I guess in her appearance and also in her actions, she's like breaking away from him. Yeah. What else did I like?
Yeah, she had like a good character arc in just that one episode.
Mhm.
Pretty good, and I think it says a lot, or hopefully say a lot about the season. If like they can like fit a good character arc in one episode, what the whole season might look like. But yeah, continue.
Yeah.
Not interrupt.
I also like the supporting characters too. Poison Ivy was just she was just like you'd want her to be your best friend kind of person.
Yeah,
And then Frank, I think is he a Venus flytrap?
yeah, I think
Um,
yeah, like a mutated one.
he was so savage. It was hilarious. So I like that they had these supporting characters because I didn't even think about who would be on the show other than Batman, Harley Quinn, and the Joker. So
Yeah,
it was nice to see all of the other villains there as well, you know?
yeah. 'Cause even I checked who voiced Frank, and it was JB Smooth. He was in Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Ah, thanks. I laughed and then I was like, wait, who?
Yeah, he was like the teacher that he was like saying, as a man of science, I think this is witches. But yeah, so he did a really good voice performance. I didn't even recognize his voice in that. And speaking of voices, I think Lake Bell, who voiced Poison Ivy, yeah, she did a really good job. She's like a
Mm-hmm.
modern kind of Poison Ivy in terms of like her voice and stuff. So yeah,
I think it really worked for the show too, though.
yeah,
Yeah, I think
it's
it
like a
really
set in
worked.
present day, so it makes sense.
Mm, true. I think really those are the only things I really noted. Apart from the other thing that we mentioned, just because things were fast paced and comedic and stuff. The gorgeous, it just complemented things essentially, rather
Yeah,
than outright made you think this is just too far, you know.
I mean, with me, I was still like, "Ugh," but yeah, it was like I think the comedy and everything just kind of helped me get past it,
Mm-hmm.
get through it. So what did I like? So yeah, Lake Bell was good. Kaylee Cuoco, who voiced Harley Quinn, she was really good. Yeah, I think she fits the character really well. Even when she was doing her Dr. Quinzel voice, it was still really good. Like I couldn't really hear Kaylee Cuoco like her normal voice in the performance, which is pretty good. And then Alan Tudyk as well. He voiced Joker. He was really good. I didn't really hear Alan Tudyk at all. So now that
Mm-hmm.
I checked the credits and then I saw his name, I was like, okay, I can kind of hear it, but still, it was still really good performance. So yeah, those three really like stood out to me in terms of vocals. And then the guy who voiced Batman, Diedrich Bader, he's voiced him before in Batman: The Brave and the Bold, but his voice was different here, which I liked. It was a bit darker. I don't know whether he was banned to do his dark voice on Batman: The Brave and the Bold, but yeah, it was darker here. It's a bit,
Yeah.
which is good. What else did I like? I think I like the
His voice.
twist. Oh, go on, go on.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say, his voice was very deadpan, like just
Yeah,
matter of fact. It
yeah.
was. Oh,
Uh, like when Harley was like, "Isn't it romantic that he's escaping?" And he was like, "No." He just said no.
Harley said something about how he has. Was it like he has sex with bats or something?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the nice way of saying it. What she said.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
so funny.
Um. So yeah. I think I like the twist of her memories. How she thought Joker was proposing to her, but in reality, he actually had a grenade, and he was when he said "till death do us part," he was referring to Batman. Yeah, that was like a really good twist, and it makes sense of the character as well because I guess because she was thrown into a vat of acid, so it's probably affected her brain. So
Mm,
she might not always be reliable in terms of what she remembers. Her brain might not always work that well. So it does kind of make sense. It's kind of work with the character. But she's still intelligent at the end of the day. Um, so yeah, that was a good twist. I like that twist. The music was good. The composer was Jefferson Friedman. I haven't heard of him before, but yeah, he did a good job with the music. What else? Yeah, it was definitely funny. This episode was it was definitely funny for sure. Probably the funniest line is like when that guard said, "No wonder your dad doesn't remember your birthday." I was absolutely savage.
it was so uncalled for. There were so many moments where they said things that were so uncalled for, but they were also just hilarious.
Yeah.
I wrote down some of the quotes that they said. When Joker said to Stan, "Women aren't funny." I
Mm,
think Stan was like a random person, but I was just
That's savage.
There was no need. But it was, yeah, it was just so funny. And I guess, you can just from that episode, you could tell that Joker's he doesn't value women.
Yeah.
So it was interesting for Harley Quinn to, I mean, not that she necessarily realized that, but she realized that he didn't love her at all. So yeah, it's just interesting how he had this hold over her despite all of the derogatory comments he would say, and
Mm,
probably in like with her present,
yeah.
because it doesn't seem like it has like a filter.
Yeah.
Um,
Definitely.
so that was interesting. Yeah,
And how
and
like
then
poison. Oh, go on, go on.
and then you go.
Just gonna say, and how like Poison Ivy basically set the whole thing up just to prove that Joker was trash.
The thing is, it's not far from what people would do these days. If they
Yeah,
want to prove that like, their friend's boyfriend was trash, they would. I don't know anyone who did this, but I imagine that they would create this whole scenario or something to catch them out.
like Sonia from church. Yeah, shout out to
Yeah,
Sonia for watching. I feel like Sonia would definitely do that. She would be the Poison Ivy in that dynamic, 100%.
she would be a great poison ivy. I kind of want it to happen just to see it.
She's got the long hair, so what she needs to do is dye her hair green, and then we'll just get the costume, and yeah, she's done.
She's done, yeah. Oh man,
But yeah,
it's so funny to say that she would make a great poison ivy.
yeah, and then she'll be like, "See, he's trash." That's literally what she'd say. Again, shout out
Oh
to
my
Sonia
god!
for watching.
Shout out to you, Sonia.
Oh man.
Oh, and
Uh,
then even at the end, oh wait, I
go,
shouldn't.
go
You
on,
go.
go on. I
Oh
think
no, I
I've
was just
covered
gonna say,
everything, so yeah.
even at the end, the, the fact that so Harley Quinn has just had this epic fight scene with fighting off all of the Joker's henchmen,
Yeah, that was a good.
and then it just ends with her and Poison Ivy bickering over Thai food.
And then the whole thing of like, if you need to text me because if I just go by what you said, I'm gonna forget, and then you're gonna have to share my. It was so relatable as well because that's actually true. Um,
Hmm.
like especially like when I was doing my internship, sometimes I'd actually have to get them to write the order, otherwise I know I'd forget or I'd mess it up somehow. So as soon as she said that, I was like 100% accurate. Um,
Yeah, I think so far Poison Ivy is like my favorite supporting character. We'll see how the series develops and stuff, but she is just hilarious.
yeah, um,
Oh boy.
yeah. I think I really because I think is it in the comics? I think in the comics they eventually have like a romantic relationship. I prefer them as friends, but they do have like a good a good dynamic. Like either way, she's like the smart one in the relationship. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
So
Uh,
what else? Anything else? All right. So moving on to Easter eggs. Um, basically when Poison Ivy was breaking Harley out, in the distance you could see Killer Frost running. He's like a woman with white skin, yeah, with white skin and blue hair. And it's in the distance. It's like unless you're not looking, you wouldn't see it. So because I've watched it before, so I was just looking around just to see anything, and I was just seeing lots of Batman villains running around, and I saw Killer Frost. I was, oh, that was good. And then also, Joker mentions like paralyzing Gordon's partner. So I'm thinking, is that a possible reference to the Killing Joke? So for those that don't know, in the Killing Joke, which is a Batman comic, Joker shoots Barbara Gordon, who's Commissioner Gordon's daughter or niece, depending on the continuity. But he shoots her, and she's paralyzed, and she becomes Oracle through that. So yeah, I'm wondering, is that a reference to Killing Joke? Is that interesting? So yeah, those are like the two main Easter eggs I noticed. And then just like the array of Batman villains that showed up. So Calendar Man, Man Bat. Oh yeah, Deadshot as well. Yeah, Deadshot was in that episode. Um, let's see, anything else? Yeah, I think that was it in terms of Easter eggs. Yeah,
I think maybe I'll have to rewatch it because I did not notice.
yeah,
But
because I yeah,
like
because
you
I
said,
yeah, because I
if
didn't
you're not
notice that
looking
the
out,
first time. Yeah, it was when I watched it again, I kind of picked up on these things. Yeah,
mm, nice. I'll definitely have to rewatch it. It was really good too, and barely 30 minutes each,
yeah,
so it's very digestible.
yeah, definitely. Like, because there's someone that I follow on YouTube. Her channel name is Beyond the Trailer, and because she's like part of press, so she gets access to
Mm.
episodes of different shows. So I think she got the full first season, and she binged it the whole thing. And now I can see why, because like again, it's less than 30 minutes, and it's so fast paced. So it's just like, oh, I just want to watch the next one straight away. So and it ended strong. So yeah, so I can definitely understand why Grace just binged the whole thing in one sitting.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So overall, what did you think of the episode?
I think it was a nice opener to Harley Quinn. We got to see a bit of her life, her relationship with the Joker, and I feel like maybe I could be wrong, but I feel like there's a potential for her to maybe fall under his trap again in the
Mm.
future.
Ooh, why do you think that?
Because,
Interesting.
because even though she did liberate herself, break free, and all of that stuff from him, it was she didn't really seem like she was sure of what she was doing. It was Poison Ivy who had to be like, "Yep, you're sure. You're ending this and stuff like that."
Mm.
So yeah, I'm not too sure what will happen in the future, but in future episodes. But I feel like there's a potential for her to, or at least start to believe his lies again.
Mm.
Maybe she will kind of realize. But yeah, that's what I think. Um,
That's a really good
I like.
prediction.
Do you say good prediction?
Yeah, that's a really good prediction.
I also think that how it ended was great too. That she kind of just told the Joker that I'm going to keep you alive. I think to take you down or something like that, right? So
Yeah,
that was really cool because it's just like wow, you really want to watch more now.
yeah,
So I think it started strong and it ended strong too.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, yeah, overall, I think yeah, definitely piqued my interest. Again, not really a fan of the gore and the swearing and all that, but I kind of knew it was an adult show going in, so yeah, I just have to kind of get used to it. But yeah, it's definitely piques my interest. I definitely want to watch more and see her kind of interact with the Legion of Doom. Yeah, I'm already seeing like Clayface and King Shark. I don't know who that lady or guy with glasses is, but yeah, uh, yeah, I don't recognize that character, and I think that's Doctor Poison maybe, who's a Wonder Woman villain. But yeah, looking forward to seeing her interact with these different characters. Yeah, it piques my interest. Yeah. Um, so yeah, just want to spend this time to just thank um, everyone who subscribed. So you, for example, you subscribed. I want to thank Tiwa. I want to thank Janaid who subscribed, and anyone else who subscribed. Because I can't see all the subscriptions because some of them are made private because of people's settings. So if you have subscribed, maybe just drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know your name, and then I can shout you out as well. So yeah, thank you guys for subscribing. Um, if you enjoyed this video, um, yeah, just drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you thought about the episode. I'm still getting the hang of this, so pardon me if I'm a bit slow and stuff. But yeah, just let me know what you thought about the episode. No spoilers, please. And actually, yeah, Omar and Sola, do you have anything that you want to plug while you're here?
Do I have anything I want to plug? I mean, it's nothing film related, but like, I guess I do have a food blog. If you guys want to follow me, you
Yeah,
can.
she's a really good cook, guys, by the way. So yeah, definitely follow her stuff.
And thank you, Tani. And there's more content. Sorry.
It's all
There's
right.
more. There's more content coming soon, so just be on the lookout. But you can follow me on Instagram and check out my website. Both are Feed Your Bouche. Bouche being the French spelling, Bouche. So yeah,
Nice one.
thank you, Penny.
Yeah. So it's been fun discussing Harley Quinn with you. I'm thinking we should probably reconvene for the finale. Yeah,
Yeah.
reconvene for the finale. Oh, I probably shouldn't have said that. I should have kept it a surprise. Actually, you know what?
No, Tanya, I can't do that. I think I'm busy that day. Sorry.
Oh, that's a shame. Oh, it would have been nice to have you. Oh well.
Yeah. Oh
Um,
well.
but yeah, so we'll reconvene for the finale, and then I might have another surprise up my sleeve that I won't talk about. So yeah, again, yeah. So thank you again for joining me, and thank you
Thank you.
guys. Yeah. Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, thank you for yeah, just agreeing to it, I guess. Um, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care.